Hello everybody, I'm Renzo Mox, and welcome back to another mock review. Now yes, I'm already doing a second one of these because you know what? Things in life just go by that fast. I don't know what I'm talking about. Welcome back to another mock review. Now I know I just did one of these, but I figured, so if you don't know, Bionic Kasai has a contest, go check it out, and basically the contest is to make a villain for LoL, his sequel series, Legacy of Light, which is continuing after Chronicles of Darkness. And he said you could make 3 entries. So I decided to make the second entry. Now this one isn't as good as Bakurus, but I think I still like this one quite a lot. So without further ado, let's just get right into it. Whoa! Now hold on there. Now that's no good. Now, I'm called Renzo Mox, but let's be real, I don't upload mock reviews that much, and when I do, they're usually pretty garbage. But this is the exception. This is actually probably, like, no joke, one of, if not the best mocks that I've ever made. I mean, you really can't get as good as this, you know? Shadow Gear. These mocks are terrible compared to this. Come on, you can't even tell me that Shadow Gear is anything on me. Have you seen this mock? Look at it. I don't know. Anyone who thinks that Shadow Gear is still one of the best mockists, you're wrong, sweetie. Look at this. So anyways, this is Bionic Sonic, my entry to the Legacy of Light contest. And here is his really sad and dramatic backstory. So if you guys haven't read the Mask of Imitation book written by Kasai, I definitely recommend it. It's a really well-written book, and it helps explain a little bit of the Toa's backstories. With that being said, I'm going to dive into a little bit of a spoiler area. So here we go. Before Kasai came on the island as an honorary Toa Kareta, there was one person before him. Now, Kasai didn't remember anything about his memory in the events of Mask of Imitation, but it turns out, years ago, during the times of Akimu, Kasai was just an ordinary mask maker, and was actually the apprentice of Akimu and Makuta, although he leaned obviously more towards Akimu's side. He also had a brother, Bionic Sonic. Now, Bionic Sonic was very cocky and arrogant, and because of this, his perception was warped, and he was seen to be more evil. Kasai knew this, and fought him to the death. Eventually, it proved that Sonic was way too strong for Kasai to handle it, so Akimu knew what had to be done. He had to wipe away Sonic's memory, along with Kasai's. While wiping away Sonic's memory, he accidentally killed Bionic Sonic, whereas Kasai was left to drift in the oceans of Okoto, until years later he was brought back as the memoryless Toa. Now then, years later, he finally has enough energy to come back in his new body, the true Bionic Sonic. So now that we've actually talked about the mock's backstory, let's get into the actual mock itself. Truly, like I said, one of the better mocks. Kasai is just pathetic in comparison to Sonic. He really has a lot more going for him. I mean, look at this. So not only does he have essential detail to create his past variants of his speed shoes, but he also has his famous gloves, which are a little bit rolled up for effect, and his buffed out chest to make him look more attractive to female mates. He also holds his power ring. Now, his power ring gives him the ability to become smarter. He uses this to make better content than Bionic Sonic or Bionic Kasai. Sorry, they're practically the same character. No, that's wrong. Sonic is actually 10 times better than Kasai because he's a lot stronger and a lot smarter. And now this intelligence and power that Sonic has over Kasai is why he's coming back in Legacy of Light, because my contest entry is going to win, obviously, because, I mean, Kasai's just stupid if he didn't like this. Look at how good it is. So if you guys want to see a little magic on how I made the Sonic head, it's really simple, you see. It's pretty ghetto-ly taped to the back of the socket connector, but it doesn't matter. It's what's on the outside that matters. He's also got a little bit of a gimpy spine there. That actually does help his acceleration when he's running. It can move like a fin. It helps him navigate the water when he's swimming. But Sonic doesn't like water. Same with his tail. His tail can actually be used as a deadly weapon and as a last resort. He can actually, like all hedgehogs can do this, he can shoot it out like a defense mechanism. And yes, it is true. All hedgehogs have the ability to do that. It's actually a really well-known fact. And he fell over. But aside from that, he is truly one of the strongest heroes. Articulation's incredible. You know, he can unnaturally bend his bones in ways that most people would call like sorcery and disgusting, but not me, because it's actually really helpful, because he can cram into tight spaces and which makes him easier to escape baddies. He can also move his torso back like he's doing a gigantic pelvic thrust. He can go forward also a little bit, so he can kind of hunch over, give him a little bit of beer belly if you wish. But yeah, pretty solid actually. I'm a big fan of this mock. Like I said, it's actually the best mock that I've ever made. Better than Shadow Gear, better than whoever. So yeah, just vote me, please. Whatever. If you haven't yet figured out why I'm one of the best mockists in the entire universe, this is kind of where you need to start. I understand a lot of people personally don't think I'm a very good mockist, but you know what? Screw them, because this is living proof. If you ever wanted proof that I'm a incredible, not just good, I am a really good mockist, but I am more incredible than I am good. This is proof. How I was able to play with the original intentions of Kasai's build and just morph it to a way where it's almost like perfect. There are no flaws in this design. If there are, very little, and pretty much just nitpicking. The design itself is naturally flawless, and the use of the tin head is what drives the point home. Anything else would have killed it. Even a blue Tahu Master Mask, that would just be disgusting. This is beauty incarnate. And if this isn't in your church, I don't know what you're doing with your life. Anyways, guys, this has been a mock review. Please vote for me. Make this the villain of LoL, because this entry is pretty lol and it needs to die.